Nice to meet you. My name is Ava, and today I'm going to give you an introduction to using the Institute for the Advancement of Family Support Professionals website as a family support professional, or FSP. I will also give you some pointers on how to use the Institute most effectively. You can also follow along in a separate window, or watch this video as I navigate between different screens. Let's begin. When you first arrive at the Institute website, you will land on the home page, which includes information about the Institute and the Career Compass, which is built around the National Core Competencies. Within this framework, there are 10 domains which funnel down into dimensions specific to that domain. Finally, those dimensions are broken up into various components. As an FSP, these domains and their corresponding dimensions and components will guide you through various training modules and materials in order to familiarize you with and prepare you to meet the knowledge requirements of the National Core Competency Framework. If you are interested in the history of the Institute or want to know more about the competencies, you can click on the hyperlinks. This document is available in both English and Spanish. The first thing you will want to do when you are directed to the Institute website is to take the pre-assessment. This will also be featured on the homepage. The pre-assessment is free to access and is a great way to gauge where you already have knowledge and where you might begin with the various trainings the Institute offers. You can take it as many times as you would like, even after you've begun your learning journey. It can be a great tool for assessing your progress. The pre-assessment is 170 questions and will take between 1 to 2 hours to complete. Additionally, there is a list of frequently asked questions about the pre-assessment that you can review if you want more information before you take it. In order to take the pre-assessment, you must register for an account with the Institute. If you don't have a pre-existing account, you'll be prompted to create one. Or you can sign in with your pre-existing account if you have one. On the sign-up page, you will be prompted to input your first and last name, your email address, and a password. Your email address will be your username when you sign into the website, so you should use your work email address if you have one. Once you have registered for an account and you have completed the pre-assessment, your Career Compass will be filled out. Let's take a closer look at this feature. The Career Compass includes all of the domains laid out in the National Core Competencies document. In each of the domain circles, you will see 3 colors. Green represents competencies that have been completed. Purple represents competencies that require further training. And gray represents competencies that have not been started. Your pre-assessment results will show where you have prior knowledge and where you need further training. Once you have completed all of the required competencies for a specific domain, the circle will appear entirely green with a check mark underneath it. Incomplete competencies will have a purple ellipses icon underneath it. You should refer to the Career Compass often throughout your training to check your progress. In addition to checking your progress across all of the domains, you can also click on the domain icon individually to see where you need to complete further training in order to complete that domain. Once you have clicked on an area that needs further training, you can see in detail what topics you need to show competency in. These areas where you need further training reflect areas where you are answering questions incorrectly on the pre-assessment. At this secondary level, you can see the dates that you have taken the pre-assessment, as well as a link to training modules that address the competency you are missing. After clicking on the link to additional trainings, you will be directed to a page that showcases all of the available trainings that cover that specific competency. As you decide which trainings to take, you can click on each training to learn more about it. On the training landing page, you will be able to read through the training description, the learning objectives, and see how long the training will take you to complete. You can also access the learning guide and resource guide for each training on this landing page. These will appear as downloadable documents, but there may also be resource links on the training module landing page, like you see here. Each resource guide will provide you with resources for topics covered in the training module, while the learning guide will include a description of the training, the competencies covered in the training, and steps you take before and after completing the training to support the transfer of learning. Each training concludes with a quiz that has questions that correspond to various components within the competencies. After successfully completing a quiz, your career compass will be updated to reflect your progress. Once you have completed a training, you can return to your compass to check your progress. The domain icon should show additional green areas to reflect the additional training you took to showcase competency in that area. In addition to finding trainings through the Career Compass, you can go to the Institute's library of training modules. With this search feature, you can find trainings by role, language, and training type. You can also look through training modules alphabetically, based on popularity and by newest edition. Another thing I want to show you is the certification exam. The certification exam will be used differently by different states and programs. Some require certification within a specific time frame, so be sure to know how it is used and what is required in your program. The exam is a fully online proctored exam and is available in both English and Spanish. Users must register to take the exam and pay a fee. Once you have completed about 85% of your career compass, you should have the knowledge you need to pass the exam. For more information, you can visit the FAQs section at the bottom of the page. As you become familiar with the Institute website, you can learn more about options for college credit through the Kansas University School of Social Welfare, continuing education units through James Madison University, and digital badges, which are awarded for completing various milestones throughout the Institute trainings. You can find these options at the bottom of the home screen. The final thing I'd like to show you is your dashboard. This is where you can access your progress, share it with your supervisor, and look at training modules that have been shared with you. You can also view your digital badges and your certifications. Now that we've covered the basics of using the Institute, you're ready to get started on your learning journey. If you have questions as you work through the trainings, you can always refer back to this video or talk to your supervisor for additional information. As you do the important work to support the families within your community, let the Institute be a support for you.